What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be talking about the difference between sports nutrition and regular nutrition and why I do have this sports nutrition, talk. Now, it's funny because I've been recording sports nutrition talks for a while now, and I guess I can't remember if I have, so this is why I'm doing the video anyways, explained what the difference is and why people need to focus more on sports nutrition versus regular nutrition. And when I guess it actually becomes important, because there are athletes out there who don't need to worry so much about sports nutrition, especially if you're just a recreational athlete or you're someone who does this, recreational as in like just doing it for fun, or you're just getting into nutrition and understanding those side of things. It's best to get the basics down pat first, right? To actually understand nutrition as a whole. And that's why I promote, even with sports nutrition itself, but just in general, eating, following your daily habits, eating protein, getting your fruits, your veggies, and doing the foundational work, and then progressing as you go. Because you have to start from basically ground zero and build that foundation up. You can't build on a unstable foundation, otherwise it's all gonna fall apart, When it comes to having a house or anything like that, you have the slab put down first. If you don't have a slab and you're just gonna fucking start building on dirt, you don't know if that's gonna be secure or not. And the same thing when it comes to eating food, if you start focusing on supplement intake or meal timing, when you don't even know how many calories you're eating or whether you're eating enough micronutrients or macronutrients, then you're just setting yourself up for a fuck around at the end of the day and not getting the results you could have gotten by doing less instead of focusing on the least important things, okay? So basically, when it first comes into the whole nutrition side of things, in general, for overall health nutrition, this comes down to getting in your micronutrients, so your fruits, your veggies, your whole grains, your beans, your legumes, getting all of your quality food in, whole nutritious food, basically what we say. So this is what I teach people, the principles when it comes to understanding calories and macros, right? Now, even though we talk about calories and macros, I'm more focused on getting people's micronutrient intake in, because while they do not directly correlate with weight loss, weight gain, muscle gain, things like that, they do correlate to, how the body functions and processes that happen inside the body. They support all those things, So if you want to focus on overall health first, which is important because you can't perform at your best if you're not healthy. Your body will not let you perform at your best if you're not healthy. And that's why we take a health-first approach, okay? So calories, macronutrients, which is your protein and your fat intake. So you double your body weight in protein and then a minimum fat intake. Then you focus on your fruits, your veggies, your whole grains. Once you establish that completing that circle, and you've got that baseline, you understand what calories are, you know what foods contain different types of macronutrients, you roughly know that you're eating enough to maintain your weight or to lose or to gain, whatever your goal is. When you have those foundations in place, which comes from, again, calories, macros, micros, which is your daily habits, then you can start to focus on making sure that you get your, then you start transitioning to more intricacies, which is where sports nutrition is applied, right? So this is where you start to focus more on getting in meal timing, focusing on meal timing, pre and post workout, which would be ideal. Making sure you're getting a protein source and a carbohydrate source before your workout, making sure you get a protein and a carbohydrate source after your workout, making sure that if you're going to be doing 2-a-day training, that you're getting fed in between those sessions, and you're also making sure that you are having faster acting carbohydrates post-workout after your first meal, so you're replenishing muscle glycogen. And then we can look at timing of meals throughout the day, so not just pre and post-workout, but all the rest of your day. And then we look at separating, getting protein spread out throughout the day, organizing carbohydrates spread throughout the day, and really manipulating macronutrients to suit around your training sessions, which still kind of comes to meal timing overall, but really diving deeper on the intricacies about how much carbohydrates you're going to be having pre-workout and post-workout. Caffeine timing and supplement timing, all these certain things play a role, and that's where we start to get more into the sports nutrition side of things. It's just like turning the dials, really refining everything. So for your regular nutrition and just building your foundations and all those type of things, they will get you 90% of the results, okay? If you're someone who's looking to do, your best without becoming obsessed, I guess you would say, and again, you're not looking to be #1 athlete, you're looking to be in the top 10%, we would say, you don't have to be as intricate as those things. If you are hitting your calories, if you are hitting your macronutrient targets, if you are getting all your micronutrients and you're ticking off the daily habits, and then I would say, eating 4 square meals a day, you're going to be pretty sweet. You're going to be solid. You've got the foundations there. You're going to be able to achieve your physique goals and also performance goals quite well, okay? But then if you want that last 10%, that's when we start to think about the sports nutrition and start really honing in on that side of things, right? But with that does come, what am I trying to think about the word here? It's like not more obsessiveness. It is like, you know, you do have to become more obsessed, but it's just going to be sitting on your mind more, I guess you would say. Like you have to put more effort in. You have to create meals differently. You have to start thinking about all these intricacies. And that does take up time at the end of the day, which again, there's no issue if this is something that you're really looking to pursue and get that upper echelon, you know, get that, basically max out everything you can. And so again, once we have that foundation put in, then we start to work on like one thing at a time. So like I said, we do have meal timing. We have pre and post workout nutrition. We have, evenly spreading out meals and nutrients throughout the day. We have supplement timing and just overall supplement intake. We have making sure that you're getting in quality of sleep. We look at different types of how fast your protein is digesting throughout the day. We look at your, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Leucine threshold, which is like, you think about protein and there's an amino acid and they're called leucine, which you want to make sure we're getting enough leucine in each meal. And so this is where things go into the intricacies. But again, that is also the difference between regular nutrition and sports nutrition. And it's only if you want to get to that top upper echelon, which is where you start to focus on sports nutrition. Because again, like I said, I know I keep saying because again, but as I said earlier, in regards to, getting that extra 10%, have a sip of my coffee. Pardon me, getting that extra 10%, like, is that worth it to you? Because the amount of work it does require to get that extra 10% requires more than 10% extra effort. It does take up more time throughout your day. It does take up more mental space throughout your day. It does limit you to what you can and can't do if you're looking to optimize. And this is why I say to people, are you serious about your goal? Because you can look good, you can perform quite well, you can have a very enjoyable training sessions and increase your performance without having to be as intricate. But if you're looking to really, get the most out of it, then that's when you start diving in deeper to it. And again, I would say like, every time I've said and again, now I pick up on it. With that, think about, have you got the foundations there? Because if you're like, yeah, I really want to get that, I want to get everything out of it. Have you got your foundations? Because again, if you don't build off that foundation, I just realized I said it. If you don't build off that foundation, you've got nothing. Oh, I'm going to go straight into supplements. I know the supplement's going to help me. Beta-alanine, I've heard beta-alanine helps me. Yeah, okay, cool. Beta-alanine may help you push a little bit harder, especially when it comes to endurance exercise. But it's like, you could be doing a lot better performance-wise if you get the focus of the foundations right. Like this is 90%. This meal timing, right? Spreading out meals, supplements, supplement timing, all those other things, they are like 1% differences all added up to make that 10%, right? 10% accumulated from all those things. So like we kind of think of each thing could be like 1 to 1.5%. If we do look at meal timing, pre and post workout timing, pre and post workout, not pre and post, overall spreading out meals and nutrients, looking at supplements, supplement timing, protein threshold, or leucine threshold, slower digesting proteins you could look at. So like that's 7 things right there. So roughly, 1 to 1.5% for each thing would add up to that 10%, right? So it's like you focus on all those things, like 7 to 8 different things you need to focus on. They give you 10%, or calories, macros, micros, 3 main things for the most part, getting those nailed, 90%. So it's like, get this stuff down first, you're 90% of the way there, then this is the cream on the top, okay? So I hope you guys understand the difference there. And you don't need to jump straight into sports nutrition if you haven't got that foundation built. And it's going to take time, There is no rush to be able to do it. And especially if you're someone who's looking to be the best, you've got time to actually do it because you're not going to become the best overnight. And if you're always applying yourself and putting in the nutrition principles by starting with the basics and then moving up, you will get to where you want to go. It'll just take time. And this is why nailing those basics is so important first, because that gives you the foundation to build off. So I hope that was helpful. If you guys have any questions, as always, you can message me at Tyson the Trainer with 2 R's. And until next time, I'll speak to you guys then.